name is Carnisha XO, and welcome back to Straight from the People. So since it's Black History Month, I decided to give my next few episodes to the African American community. So today's question is, what is the most common misconception of a black man? Now when thinking about this question, the answer that comes to my head is that most black men are lazy and that they aren't successful unless they're playing some type of sport or rapping. So not trying to bash anyone that's pursuing a career in rap or pursuing a career in sports, but I just want my young black men to know that you are more than just a football player or a basketball player, or you could be more than just a rapper. Like, don't be afraid to put in the work to be what they don't want you to be. You get what I'm saying? So I went around on my college campus and I asked a couple of black males what they think is the most common misconception of a black man. Let's see what they got to say.
Misconception of black males is that we're all good at sports, or that's the only way we can make it. And obviously not. Some of us actually go to school.
So what is a common misconception of a black man?
A common misconception of a black man is that if we're making money, we're either selling drugs or that we might not take care of our kids. Or the only way that we're making it is if we're playing sports or rapping.
So what is a common misconception of a black man?
They think that every black man is a gangster. Like not everybody trying to be in the hood, trying to sell dope, none of that. We're trying to have a better future for ourselves.
They think every black man got to sag his pants, want to wear Jordans and all that. Man, everybody different. Everybody not the same. Just 'cause I'm black don't mean I'm the same as him over there. He could be doing everything else. I'm doing something different.
And just because I got a hood on, cooler by myself with headphones, and they think I'm selling drugs.
The most common misconception of a black male is that we're all lazy. I speak for myself and a lot of my other brothers in college when I say that we're hard working, we fight for what we want. So it's kind of discouraging, and it makes us work harder in a sense to hear that a lot of people just think that we want the easy way out. But I know a lot of people that's out here trying to get it the best they can on their own at a young age. So that's definitely a common misconception.
I think the main common misconception is that we're aggressive. You know what I'm saying? The mere thought of black males with aggression, or not even aggression, but with poverty as well, and that would lead to the aggression. You know what I'm saying? I have white friends, and when I have gone into their house, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that their parents and stuff were trying to play on me, but it's just understood that they have more than me, or that I am an aggressor to a certain extent, that they have to watch me, you feel me? And that's a main issue that a lot of black males have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? In our society, we are viewed as thugs and as thieves, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Even if that isn't really who you are, you feel me? You have to, just like I'm dressed up like this, I have to do this to a certain extent to try and prove that isn't who I am. I can't wear the baggy pants, I can't wear because then that stereotype and that association will automatically be assumed with who I am. And that isn't even me, I'm just trying to get by, you know what I mean?
So what is a common misconception of a black man?
The common misconception of a black man that we're thugs, we're miseducated, and we amount to nothing.
Well, I think the common misconception of a black man is that we all involved in some illegal activity or anything, really.
Well, I feel like the most common misconception of a black man is that we just don't have any sense, or that we are violent in some type of way, but it's not the truth.
So what is a common misconception of a black man?
That we're all thugs. People, especially with me, people tend to or just look at me at what I'm wearing on my hair, so they'll automatically assume I'm a thug. But when they hear me talk, when they decide to open up, then they understand we all people. So that's all it is. So I'm gonna change my answer. We're not all misconceived as thugs. We're just all misunderstood until somebody takes the time to understand us.
The common misconception of a black man, they feel as though we are criminals, but we're very intelligent. Mr. Justin.
That's probably one of the biggest, is that we're unintelligent and we often overly angry, but that's not.
So what is a common misconception of a black man?
I say the common misconception of a black man is how the way he carry himself. By that I mean the way he dressed. Like if he dressed like pants sagging, like not looking like up together, people will judge you like based on the way you dress.
A misconception of a young black male is that sports and rapping might be the only way to make it to being successful. A lot of people, a lot of young men don't understand that education in any aspect of life, even when it comes down to the music industry and when it comes down to the sports industry, that education is key, regardless of how you really look at it. A lot of people look at, sports and rapping and everything as being a slave empowered, form. But honestly, it took education for a lot of people to make it what it is, and to be able to build your own education and build your own mind so that you don't have the mind of a corrupt person to, basically do what they're doing, but have a mind to be able to implement your own ideas and, what you want to do into the system that you want. I mean, when you look at a lot of rappers now, and I'm not saying don't go to rapping, but I'm saying, they educate themselves on different things. You talk about Jay-Z, P. Diddy, he is didn't graduate 1 year from graduating from Howard. I mean, a lot of these guys educated themselves, but they went to another extent of being able to educate and know what they want to do. But for a young black man to be able to educate himself in the powers of law, or to be able to be a doctor or anything, you better yourself. Even if you do see yourself doing something totally different, you better yourself as a person, and you broaden your mind and basically your ability to do different things. So education is key. So that's a misconception. Brothers, you can do anything you want to do with education.
So what do you think is the common misconception of a black man? Be sure to leave your answer down below in the comment box and feel free to have a discussion. It doesn't matter if you're a woman, you can also answer too. Make sure you subscribe for more episodes from Straight From the People, and be here next week to find out what does it mean to be a black woman. Quick question. What's the first thing you notice about the opposite sex when they come up to you? Is it the eyes? Is it the hair? Is it the way they dress?